So just a few days ago, I uploaded a video talking about the new allegations against Adam Kovic coming from Misti Dawn. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then please follow the top link down in the description. It breaks down the whole story and gives you the context that you need to understand what's going on in this video, because a lot of people commented under my previous video and said, dude, you should have included the fact that Bruce Greene said that he actually went to H&R reporting Adam at the time and was laughed at. Now, I read those comments on Reddit as well, but if I don't read it anywhere else and there's no confirmation for it, I'm not going to report it, okay? But now we do have confirmation. And this has been around for a few days, but I hadn't seen it before, and I feel like this, amongst a few other facts that have come out in the meantime, just add a little bit more context and credibility as well to this story, so I felt like I want to share them with you guys. So we got this post from Bruce Greene himself on the Funhaus subreddit, and he is saying the following. Hey all, first of all, I want to thank Misti for speaking out about this. I can only speak to my experiences with Adam over the years, but I am incredibly sorry she had to go through any of this. I did not know Adam was reported to H&R at Machinima. I started working closely with Adam in 2013 at Machinima, and I was middle management, so I was never privy to those reports. In 2019, at Rooster Teeth, I was alerted to Adam Kovic's incredibly inappropriate behavior. I reported it to HR, asked HR to fire Adam, and was laughed off the phone by HR. I then left Rooster Teeth because nothing was done about it, which is what I told them in my exit interview. So first of all, I gotta give him credit for that, okay? Because amongst all these scandals that are going on, nobody, it seems like, at Rooster Teeth takes that drastic step and says, this is unacceptable, stuff in this company going on is nothing that I stand for with my name. I can actually not work in a company where this stuff is going on. I quit. I'm leaving. Again, I did a video in which I speculated that that might be happening in the near future, that we will see personalities leaving from Rooster Teeth because of all these allegations and stories going on. But Bruce Greene really took a drastic step immediately, it seems like. And at the time when he quit Funhaus, together with Lauren Sontag, I think a lot of people were like, why? What's going on there? Do they just want to start their own Twitch career? Or like, what's the actual reason for them leaving? And it seems like this sheds some light on it. I'm sure there were other reasons as well, but it very much feels like the core reason of this being that he saw this kind of behavior being ignored by Rooster Teeth. And he's like, no, I'm not standing for this with my name. Yes, I have a great career. I'm a beloved personality with Rooster Teeth, coming from Machinima and Inside Gaming. I've built all this thing over the years. I'm throwing it all out the window, trying to start my own thing, probably taking quite a bit of a pay cut just to do the right thing, basically. All the credit to him, man. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Bruce Greene myself. Like, he's a fine character and all that. I have nothing against him. But he's not a guy that I'm watching all the time. But doing something like this? Dude, man. Big respect, honestly. I wish more people would kind of take that as an example and really take the right steps in trying to make something like this right. So I think that sheds some light on the context of this. And he continues, I echo what James said, and we read this in the previous video as well. What and when we knew is different for each certain member of our team, but the oldest incident any of us were aware of is the one referenced by Autumn. None of us worked to protect him. Rooster Teeth HR failed each and every one of us, and I am sorry I couldn't do more. It eats at me every day. Again, taking a drastic step like this lends so much more credibility to saying something like this, right? We had several people from Rooster Teeth coming forward and like, every day I'm suffering so much, right? This is really like, I'm struggling with it every day. By saying, dude, at the time, I threw my career away. Everything that I had built over the years, I threw it out the window just to underline that what is going on is nothing that I stand for. Lends so much credibility to a statement like this, to saying it eats at me every day. I believe him, okay? And I do feel for him, simply because he put actions to his words, unlike so many other people in this story. Another aspect that I would like to add on to the previous video that simply didn't exist when I recorded the video is that Sean Poole got involved. You may remember Spoole, right? He worked with Adam already back at Machinima and Inside Gaming, and then later with Funhaus. Now, he's not very active on Twitter, but he came forward to say something about this, and he tweeted the following. Rarely on here anymore, meaning Twitter, but I just saw the new Kovic stuff. Trust that if any of the guys had known back then, we wouldn't have let that stuff going on. I believe and support anyone voicing their experiences. You deserved better. Now, the interesting part for me in this tweet is that he's saying, I believe and support anyone who's voicing their experiences. Right? Because my interpretation of that, even he's not giving like concrete examples of his experiences and what he witnessed with Adam at the time, But the way I read this is, I've seen so much stuff going on with that guy that any person, any girl that comes forward and gives a story of horrible experiences is credible to me. Okay, in the context of what I've seen, almost anything is possible. Again, this is my interpretation. Okay, this is not what Spoole is literally saying here, but that's how I read it. That's how it kind of sounds to me. So that also says a lot. So it's another aspect that is underlining the credibility, right? Like now at this point, we have James Williams coming forward with a statement confirming that his experiences are very much aligned with these rumors and this story from Misti Dawn coming forward. We have Bruce Greene obviously not confirming the story itself, but also lending credibility to it by saying, look, bros, I even quit my job over this guy's behavior at the time. We have Spoole now, who's also confirming that he, believes anyone who comes forward and voices her experiences. So I don't know how much doubt you can have at this point about the credibility of Misti Dawn's allegations. And then on top of that, I mean, surely you would expect, if it would all be wrong, it'd be wrong allegations. It's not true that maybe Adam would come forward and say something. And I don't know if you guys know this. About a year ago, Adam launched a new channel. Not a gaming channel, but he kind of came forward, he apologized and said that he's in therapy and all that kind of stuff. Did a little video. The channel was called Null+Void. And he talked about his new project, which is all about creative writing, and he wanted to write a book. Now, this book is out in the meantime. You can buy it on Amazon. It's called RWBY, and it's written by Aaron Marquise and Adam Kovic. It's got good reviews. I didn't read it myself, but supposedly it's a fair read. But going hand in hand with that book, they launched a new YouTube channel, and part of the YouTube channel is also this subreddit r/Null+Void NVP. And while this still exists, all the videos that they did, like this one was posted 2 months ago, have been removed. If you check out, the site, the video is unavailable. This video is private, and if you search for Null+Void, like the YouTube channel itself, it can't be found anymore. So I don't know if he just deleted it or if they just privated the whole thing. I don't know what exactly is going on. Presumably also because I'm sure he's got a lot of insulting comments under the videos, and it probably, at least in the last week, wasn't a very productive form of communicating his creative writing work. So he made that decision to private his whole channel, and none of these videos are available anymore, which is not a direct admission to say all this stuff is true, but is also not a video where he comes forward and says, no, guys, these new allegations, that's not right. Okay, that's not what happened. I want to put this right. I want to talk about it. That's not what he's saying by privating his whole new channel that he's been working on for a quite long time at this point. So the pieces kind of fall into place. Again, I wasn't there. I have no idea. I'm just reading what I find on the internet and try to connect the dots as good as I can. But it's not looking good. This honestly does not leave a lot of room for doubt in this whole story being true. But these are just some aspects of this story that I in part couldn't mention in my last video because they weren't out yet, like Spoole's comment on it and so on. Or I didn't see them to be confirmed yet, like Bruce's comment, for example. I just didn't see that Reddit post before that was actually confirmed. So I felt that it would be the right thing to add this onto the story to give you guys a full picture. I hope you enjoyed this little update and you learned something that you didn't know before. If you did, then don't forget to smash the like button right underneath, subscribe to the channel for more updates. I'll keep you guys updated on the story if anything keeps happening. Otherwise, take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Bye.